If you get a chance to check out the May 2023 Thrasher magazine, Tyshawn Jones on it. If you get a chance to check it out, I really encourage you do check it out because it has an article about style that you can't fake style. And this is a fascinating article because it tells you and explains what the little idiosyncrasies about style and skateboarding matter to certain people. For example, the intro pics are pretty sick. Gon's on there, Penny, and it's really fascinating. The article is the whole thing is basically with Tony Alva, and he's talking about the different styles, different perspectives on style, and different time periods of style. It's super cool. Ray Barbie in there, of course. Ray Barbie, one of the legends of the smoothest, ridiculous style. Oh, a side note too. If you get a chance to check it out, you got to check out the Shanahan DC ad. Dude, if you don't know Shanahan, dude is crazy. DGK all day. DC shoes, so sick. Anyway, let's get back to the article. And for the people that are listening to the podcast, you definitely probably want to go over to the YouTube channel so you can actually see the part of the articles that I'm pointing out. But if you're here for the podcast or if you're here for the video, either one, appreciate it. Hit that follow for more Thrasher shirts I'm going to unveil that probably you don't see a lot of people have. This is the glow-in-the-dark Halloween Thrasher. This came out, God, I don't even know. I'm going to start unveiling all my Thrasher shirts that more than likely you have never seen. This is a glow-in-the-dark spider. So sick. Anyway, so let's get back to the article. So, super in-depth about style. Tony Alva, just, one of the icons of skateboarding. It's past legend at this point. And it's really cool. What's interesting about this article, too, is that people like Yuto, I think, have some of the most amazing moves with style that haven't been seen for a really long time. If you look at Yuto, and most of you that subscribe to my channel or that listen to the Concrete Pilots podcast or are friends with Concrete Pilots on Facebook or subscribers to the YouTube channel, I think you guys know that I predicted Yuto winning the Olympics 5 years before the Olympics. And even, through the pandemic, all that, I kept Yuto was first place. And you can go back to my other videos to kind of see all that. But especially if you're here listening to the podcast, then you've heard my discussions about Yuto. His style is above and beyond, I think. But back to the article, it's so interesting. You can see Chris Miller. Chris Miller is another one. Amazing style. And the point is of me bringing this video up and making a podcast about it is because style is so, it's kind of like that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's kind of, style is kind of similar to that. If you see best style of all time, I guess they asked a bunch of heavy hitters what their top 5 of style was, and you'd be pretty surprised. I mean, these are some pretty fascinating. Some of them not surprising, and some of them pretty surprising. Like Cardiel, he picked Quim Cardona, very interesting smooth style. Mark Gonzalez, which is of course I'm Mark Gonzalez's top fan. Crooked top fan. Christian Asoy, insane. Scott Oster and Aaron Murray. Aaron Murray is very interesting style. You should check it out if you haven't. Jason Dill, Mark Gonzalez, Guy Mariano, Ray Barbie, Dylan. And when you look at some of these lists, you really realize when you see a skater like Jason Dill or Alyssa Steamer, you see how they kind of took little bits of those people's style that they like and kind of created it their own. And I think that's what's most important about style that people don't realize. Copying someone's style exactly, really, it's kind of probably looked down upon a little bit, but in a way, if you take a little bit of what you like and add a little bit of spice of what you like, I think that is what really makes a good skater, look good on the board, but actually get stuff done in a really stylish way. Look at Alyssa Steamer is Jay Adams, Neil Blender. Neil Blender, I mean, come on. You can Google the best skateboarding run in history and Neil Blender comes up, which I've told that to people before. They didn't believe me, but you can actually do it. You can Google the best skateboarding run in all. Hey, appreciate you guys stopping by on the live stream. Just filming a video right now. It's going to be up on the podcast. But yeah, appreciate that. Lance Mountain, amazing style. Guy Mariano. See, to me, Guy Mariano is completely different than Lance Mountain and Neil Blender. But as you can see, that's one of the ones she picked. Andrew Reynolds. See, and to me, Andrew Reynolds doesn't have the best style. He's a heavy hitter, but to me, I don't even see why he's in a real style conversation. But that shows how different perspective everyone is on different types of style. It shows how perspective is truly in the eye of the beholder of the style, the person that sees what they see out of their own two eyes. So I think it's just fascinating. You Can't Fake Style, the article. It's in the latest Thrasher magazine. And we'll just go through a couple more. Pedro Delfino, Julian Stranger, John Cardiel, Jim Greco. See, Jim Greco that's such a unique style. That he really belongs in there, I think. And I'll just go over some of these. I don't want to take too much time. Grant Taylor is, of course, Mark Gonzalez. And if you look at Grant, dude leans like that. Like if you look at that right there, that's a great example of where he's taking a little bit of Mark Gonzalez and making it his own. I mean, look at that. That is a classic. And see, Grant, to me, doesn't skate anything like Mark Gonzalez. But some of the stuff he does, you can see just a little bit of Gonz in it. And that's pretty dope. Peter Hewitt. Peter Hewitt is another one. I don't think he has the best style, but he's a freaking monster, right? So that shows the perspective of so many different kinds of people. Ray Barbie, Mark Gonzalez, Tommy Guerrero, Chris Miller, another Christian Asoy, Julian Stranger. See, Julian Stranger belongs right up there at the top, around with where Gonz is at. I mean, Gonz is obviously the king of the style, and Ray Barbie deserves to be in there. Christian Hosoi deserves to be in there, but it without talking about Julian Stranger, you're kind of missing the whole boat, because Julian Stranger is it for me. Let's see, Steve Caballero, Tony Alva, Brad Bowman, some older hits, and that's kind of where a lot of it came from. Oh, and this is the Jay Adams from Venice Beach. That is such a sick photo. Look at that. Yeah, you should pick up this Thrasher, definitely, if you don't already subscribe. Well, you should be subscribing to Thrasher if you're subscribing to my channel. But anyway, the Jay Adams Venice Beach. What a sick one, man. Look at that. So sick. Andrew Reynolds put Tom Penny, Mark Gonzalez, Eric Ellington. Chris Miller did Rune Glyphbert. See, now that's another one. That's a very interesting one that somebody would put Rune in here. Because that is, to me, I don't know. I guess it's just, it really shows the perspective of different people's style. So if you get a chance, go pick it up. Go check out this article. It's really dope. Tony Trujillo. Dude, come on, man. Now that is an interesting style. We could have a whole conversation on that. Oh, and the Neil Blender. Look at the Neil Blender invert. Dude, so insane, man. So I don't want to take too much of your time. The live stream's going to go off in a little bit. Antoine Dixon. Dude, as far as style, now that is a style freak as far as I'm concerned. Antoine Dixon. Another person said Julian Stranger, Jason Jesse. See, Jason Jesse, that's kind of a weird one too for me. But yeah, it just shows the unique perspective on everyone, on how everyone sees a different type of thing, a different type of little pieces of style that everyone loves that's different. Um, yeah, it's a pretty dope article. And then they got the Escape to Atlantis article too. So anyway, appreciate you guys stopping by. That's my whole take on the style article. Catch me on all the social media, and got my Padres hat on. Got the sick aqua. Put the green screen up for the live stream later. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. My health issues are finally clearing up. I'm getting back at it, and see you at the skate park soon. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and don't forget to hit the follow or whatever you're watching me on. Follow, subscribe, friend, whatever social media you're watching me on for the unveiling of all my other probably you've never seen before Thrasher shirts. I'm going to start unveiling them all here pretty soon. This is the glow in the dark Halloween series. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.